بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين واللعنة الدائمة الأبدية على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى قيام يوم الدين. Assalamu alaikum my beloved ones wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, we are going to continue today our sessions on Manasik al-Hajj. And today we stopped yesterday on ruling number 90. We completed ruling number 90. So we said that if somebody was hired to perform Hajj, that person was not able to complete the Hajj. That person was not able to complete the Hajj or do the Hajj due to the excuse or no excuse. What should we do? We need to hire someone else. He said, لا تبرأ ذمة الميت بمجرد الاستئجار. Like when we say we hired somebody, we gave him $10,000, go and Hajj on behalf of our marhum, deceased one. Khalas, the remaining assets can be distributed to the heirs. No, wait. We need to make sure that the Hajj was done properly, correctly. Then the remaining $90,000 from 100,000 will be distributed. Why? Let's say there was no zakat, no khums, there was only Hajj, and Hajj needed $10,000. So can we just hire someone, $10,000 and $90,000 the inheritors can take, distribute it the way Quran distributes, or 1/3 for the mayyat? No, wait. We need to make sure that the responsibility of the mayyat is over. The responsibility to fulfill or to perform the obligatory Hajj, first Hajj in his life, Hajjat al-Islam, it is over. So that's why he says, لا تبرأ ذمة الميت بمجرد الاستئجار. The responsibility of the deceased is not relieved just by hiring someone. فلو علم أن الأجير لم يحج. Therefore, if it was known that the ajir, the one who was hired, has not performed Hajj, لعذر, due to an excuse, أو من دونه, or without an excuse, وجب الاستئجار ثانيا. Okay, so now excuse, no excuse, the Hajj has not been done. So it is obligatory to perform, to do the istijar again, to hire someone. Okay, again, that was not done. Okay, so the heirs are asking, where will we take this money? From where will we take this money? From the principal wealth. Oh no, we already gave 10,000. You mean now it is going to be 80,000 what we're going to receive? Yes, we need to make sure. And if this was not performed, we'll need to get a third one and fourth one and fifth one until maybe nothing is remained. We need to get this Hajj out of the table of your deceased marhum. We need to get it out of his responsibility. Is required to perform Hajj. So now he is not living, then you guys need to make sure that his Hajj is performed. So make sure to hire a right person. Don't hire a spammer or somebody who biffs you or spams you and takes the money away, gives you flashy advertisement. I'll do this, I'll do Safa Marwa with all the modesty and hyperbolic irfanism and all those kind of things. And then whoopsie daisy, disappears with the money, $10,000 gone, the Hajj not relieved. So you need to make sure to hire someone. Why did you hire Eddie, Tom, Dick, and Harry? Just make sure that the guy and sign, make official legal forms that if you will not perform the Hajj, you'll be responsible to pay this money back. Otherwise, we'll take legal actions against you. Yeah. This time, you can't trust anybody. People, they just take the money and disappear. Because of this economical crisis, there's so much looting happening. And nicely, fancy, God-loving, they become, the shaitan becomes God-loving just to milk the money out of you. So that's why hire someone proper. So where will the money come out from? From the principal state, from the principal assets, the money, a principal, not the 1/3. Okay, so now we understand. What about if we get the money back? No problem. وإن أمكن استرداد الأجرة من الأجير تعين ذلك. If you're able to take the money out of his throat, okay, why didn't you hajj? Of course, if he did an excuse, then you will have to see what was the excuse and give him some time to give you back. But if it was a spammer and he caught him in a beach in some Florida or Bahamas enjoying himself, and then you find, you took the money of our father to go hajj, you're in the Bahamas now, sitting, what are you doing here? Give us the money of our father back. So if you are able to get it out from him, it must be taken away from him, that money. You have to return it. Okay, تعين ذلك إذا كانت الأجرة مال الميت, because the wages which were given to him was from the money of the deceased. If it was donated, then the donor needs to go and chase that guy. If it was someone else's, but if it was mayyit's money, then you heirs or you wasi, the one who is guardian of the will, you guys need to make sure to get the money back, okay, by hook or by crook. Take him to the police, take him to the law. What police will say, oh, hajj, we don't. Anyhow, whatever legal actions, you can take that money back, okay. So what will happen? We already hired a second guy, but that money will be added to the principal. Remember that we had 100,000, $10,000 were given for hajj. That guy did not do hajj. We had to take another 10,000, so it became 80,000. So the heirs, once they get the inheritors, they get this 10,000 back, it will become 90,000. Then they can distribute it among themselves, because the main idea was to relieve the responsibility of the mayyit. Ruling number 91. إذا تعدد الأجراء. Okay. So we said we need somebody to go perform hajj for our father. Maybe you send a mass message in a WhatsApp group or somewhere, and knock, knock, knock. There's like hundreds of people there waiting. Yes, what? How can we help you? Well, we are here. We got the advertisement. You want someone to go for hajj, okay? So, okay, let's take an interview. We know that this many people will come to be hired. Well, there is money there, isn't it? Yes, there is money. We'll give you. Beside the cost of the hajj, 10,000, we'll give you $2,000-3,000 to put in your pocket, because that's your wages, because the hajj money will go in the hajj. Okay, so what will happen here? إذا تعدد الأجراء تعين استئجار من لا تكون استنابته منافية لشأن الميت. So then we have to make a choice after these so many. Obviously, you will filter them out by the recitation of the surah, by wudu, by piety, by all those kind of things, by trustworthiness. And after that, you found out there are only 10 qualified people to go and be hired. One of them. So there are 10 qualified. So who should I choose? You should not choose someone whose community status it has variances from the community status of the mayyit, of the deceased. How? That's why I said, man la takun istinabatu munafiya. Someone who's if we hire him, it is not against the sha'an, against the stature of the mayyit. Okay, the status of the mayyit. So how can we know that? Well, the example which was given by the explanator of this Masail from Ayatollah al-Umar Sayyidi Sistani, the student of Ayatollah Sistani, he says that let's say a scholar died, and you had 10 people, they want to go for Hajj. One of them is scholar. Choose the scholar, because your father was a scholar, choose the scholar. And if he was a mujtahid, choose a mujtahid among them. If it was like, choose someone whose status is suitable for the status of your marhum. Because if he was a scholar, then choose a scholar. Don't choose a layman, even if the layman was mu'min and his recitation was good, but the scholar was also, his recitation was good, then choose the one whose status is suitable with the status of your marhum. تعين استئجار من لا تكون استنابته منافية لشأن الميت. It is not against the status of the mayyit. وإن كان غيره أقل وإن كان غيره أقل أجرة. even though those people who are laymen, they charge 12,000. But this Maulana charges 15,000. So that's a good chunk of extra money there. No problem. As long as the status is according to the status of the marhum, okay, then give extra and it's okay. حتى إذا لم يكن الاستئجار من الثلث, even though if the hiring was not from 1/3. We said if it's from 1/3, we need to stick to 1/3. But if the mayyat does not define 1/3, take the hajj out of my 1/3, then it's from the principal wealth. So normally what happens, normally the ruling is like that. That if a mayyat is required of certain things, what do you need to do? You need to perform the hajj or perform the ghusl mayyat or perform from the principle. You need to stick to the wajibat, obligatory parts, obligatory acts, obligatory pieces, obligatory from the principle. The extra is normally taken out from where? From the 1/3 of the mayyat. Or the inheritors, they approve. No problem. You can use mustahabbat and then give us the money. We don't have any problem. Our father, he's the one who collected this money. It's his money. Put our money. We don't want, just put our money in mustahab acts, recommended acts. Okay? If the heir said, no, just wajibat. So we take from the 1/3 of the mayyat. Because 1/3 is for the mayyat. 2/3 are for the inheritors, according to the distribution of the Quran. The mayyat doesn't have any right on 2/3 of his wealth when he dies. Only 1/3. So this is the normal principle ruling. But since there is a narration here, that is why narrations exempt the general principles, the general rules. What does the general rule say? Wajibat take from the principal state, principal assets, okay, wealth left by the mayyit. And is mustahabbat take from the 1/3 of the mayyit, unless if the heirs are okay with it. So here we see no, we are going to pay $3,000 extra just to hire a scholarly figure to do hajj for a scholarly marhum. You see? Or a spiritual person for a spiritual marhum. As long as it's not hyperbolic irfani activity kind of guy, proper spiritual guy, proper irfani guy. Okay? Nowadays we see a lot of fake irfanism here and there. Everybody tries to make acting of irfanis. So those kind of people are dangerous. Because that's riyah. Why are you showing off the people? Irfani is between you and Allah. Keep your irfani to yourself. Why are you showing us that you are a spiritualistic person and your acts are like spiritualistic and attitudes and those kind of things? Okay. And you talk about a lot of spiritualistic attitudes. Anyhow, those are the ones when I say hyperbolic irfani people. Okay. They're way out of them. They came into the irfani circle and bounced back out. Too overwhelming thing. Anyhow, so if the guy was marhum, was spiritual person, what does that mean? If he would have gone for hajj, he would have done mustahabbat, recommended act. They're not hip hop, jump, bump, and just finish your hajj and come back. No, he would have done up to code, the wajibat plus recommended. Choose someone who was like that. Yes, if the guy was just fast hajj guy, you can choose fast hajj person. So whatever suits the status or the way or the method of the mayyit or the style of the mayyit, which was if he would have done hajj, he would have done like this way. He will do charge extra. That's fine, because he will do extra mustahabbat. He's a God-fearing, God-loving guy. So these are the things which are not wajibat. If he doesn't do wajibat, you cannot hire him. We are talking about extra mustahabbat, extra things, guidance, all those kind of things which are, if the mayyat would have done his hajj, he would have done this way. So choose the one who is according to the style and the method and the nature of the mayyat. Okay? So this is what he said, لِشَأْنِ الْمَيْتِ وَإِنْ كَانَ غَيْرُهُ أَقَلْ. Even though other than this one, other than this status guy is less, no problem. But where should we take? Should we take from the 1/3? No, 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 no. From the principal. إذا لم يكن الاستئجار من الثلث وكان في الورثة قاصرا أو غير راض بذلك على الأظهر. Even if حتى إذا لم يكن الاستئجار من الثلث 1/3, we say 1/3, okay, give extra as long as Mayyat has said 1/3, it's 1/3 of the Mayyat. You can give extra. But now we are not talking about the 1/3. We are talking about there was no designation of 1/3. So that means we'll have to take the Hajj out of the principal wealth. If we're going to take out the principal wealth, that means, should we give this Maulana or spiritual guy extra? Yes, you should. Even, he says, وَكَانَ فِي الْوَرَثَةِ قَاصِرٌ, even there are minors in the among the inheritors. Or أَوْ غَيْرْ رَاضٍ, or no. Let's hire someone cheaper, someone who takes the average expenses, أُجْرَةِ الْمِثْل. Okay, why are we giving extra just for the Maulana and just for the spiritual guy and just for this guy and that guy? No. Even if you're not happy, you can't do anything. Now this ruling, there's a difference between the scholars. How can we know that? See the word of Sayyidi Sistani used here, al-azhar. So whenever a marja uses al-azhar, indicates more apparent to me from what? From the words of the text. So remember the word of the text, there's zahir, there's batin, and there's azhar, more obvious. So it's obvious from the words of the narration. Sayyidi Sistani says, more obvious to me is that no, we take the extra out from the principle because that's the narration. That's why it's going against the principle. Which principle? I said the principle rule is take from the principal asset, the wajibat. Extra take from 1/3. Here Sayyidi Sistani says no, take from the principal asset. This is against the principle, Sayyidina. Yeah, because there's a narration. And the wording of the narration, yes, some scholars, they said, no, we take it from the 1/3. For me, it is obvious, most obvious to me. The narration's word are most obvious that it is taken from the principal wealth. So that is the difference between al-azhar and al-zahir. So when the marja says al-zahir from the ayat of the Quran, al-zahir from the hadith, the words of the hadith, apparently. But if a marja comes and overrides other marajats, al-zahir, so he will say al-azhar. To me, yes, I respect them. But to me, al-azhar, like al-afdal, like al-af'al, most apparent to me is taken, it needs to be done from the principal and not from the 1/3. Even if there are people that are not happy from the inheritor. نعم يشكل الاستئجار فيما إذا كان مزاحما. So this was, the hypothesis was, if it was only Hajj in the inheritance. He says, yes, however, it is problematic to hire someone of that status quo or whatever, okay, that kind of status, if there are other obligations on the shoulder, in the responsibility of the marhum. We need to get it. There's khums, there's other wajibat. We need to spend all those wajibat which are related in the responsibility of mayyit. Then we will say, if we are going to give extra 2,000-3,000 and it is going to conflict with the payment of the khums and payment of the zakat or payment of any other obligatory financial duties and responsibilities upon the mayyit, then we cannot hire that special person. We will go with the minimum wages. Okay, and most of the time when we talk about these masail, the obligatory amount taken from the principal is hajjul miqati. Hajj from the where? From the miqat, not from the hometown. We discuss all the rulings that there are very rare cases when you do Hajj from the hometown. Yes, as long as if it's in the wasiyah, that's fine. But if the mayyit does not make wasiyah, make will, and we had to take the Hajj out, it's always from the principal, and it's always Hajj al-miqat, from the miqat. If you want to give extra, then the heirs should approve. Otherwise, we will have to take the extra from the 1/3 of the mayyit if there was 1/3 of the mayyit. And those details we have discussed and the conditions. So let's finish this ruling. Okay. Yes, even if there was some على الأظهر. نعم. However, يشكل الاستئجار كذلك فيما إذا كان مزاحما لأداء بعض الواجبات المالية. If giving extra money to the special guy for the Hajj is going to cause a conflict, that means it's going to collide with other responsibilities, and other financial responsibility will come low, money will come low of the inheritance, then we say no, 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 no. بعض الواجبات المالية, financial obligations, which are upon the responsibility المتعلقة بذمة الميت of the deceased, كالخمس, such as khums, والزكاة and zakat, أو غيره, or other than that من الواجبات المالية مما أوصى بتنفيذه, which the mayyat had made a will to for its execution. Okay, execution of those responsibilities from his wealth. So now, what is the criteria? Should we do the Hajj from the hometown, or should we? I'm sorry. Should we do the Hajj according to the taqleed of the mayyat? Because I'm going to represent the mayyat. So, or should I do according to me? To understand this thing, I'm going to mention one thing. Always the youth, they ask. They ask, if I'm going to do tawaf, Hajj for the mayyat, deceased. Okay, pay attention. It's a unique question. If I'm going to do Hajj on behalf of who? On behalf of the deceased. Okay. Do I need to do tawafun nisa? Do I need to do the tawafs, circumambulation, 7 rounds of tawaf of nisa? Okay. Why? Because the mayyat is dead. He doesn't have any wife now anymore. Okay. Unless if you say there are hur, and while you say labbaik Allahumma labbaik on behalf of the mayyat, the angels, they take the ruh of the mayyat away from his hur. Somebody is doing Hajj on your behalf, stay away from your hur. And then if you don't do tawaf in nisa, this marhum will never be able to come to the hur. In alim al-barzakh, if they say there is jannat, so there's a hur type of alim al-barzakh entertainment, because there are all spiritual entertainments in alim al-barzakh, not physical, but metaphysical entertainment. So there is something like entertainment, like having hur, entertainment like having food, like in the dream. In the dream, when you eat delicious food, ice cream, cake, mithais, you feel that you really are eating and you're really enjoying. And your dad wakes you up for Salat al-Fajr. No, you don't want to wake up, and you wake up, oh my goodness. And you feel that it was really delicious and that. What was that? Were you really eating sweet dishes and cakes and all that kind of thing in the dream? No, it was metaphysical entertainment. Okay. So your senses were entertaining without your taste buds involved in the taste. So that means there is a realm beyond the physical realm of senses, and that's a metaphysical, and that is what ruh is about. So ruh entertains, especially those who dream those weird dreams. They feel it's real, and then they have to do ghusl janaba. Okay, so why? There was a spiritual entertainment. That kind of ulamas explain that there is an entertainment in the barzakh and real feelings, real things. So now let's say this guy is on the hur entertainment, and angels stop now. Why? Your guy is representing you, is going to do Hajj, and he said labbaik Allahumma labbaik khalas. And so that's why if you don't do tawaf in nisa, is it going to be is he going to be banned from the hur all his life until you do tawaf in nisa? No, it's not like that. It's not like that. Why? Yes, you are representing the mayyat to relieve his responsibility, but you have to do according to your Hajj, according to your taqleed, your responsibility. So your responsibility is in order to make the Hajj correct, everything, in order for you, when you said labbaik, it's not the mayyat who has been prohibited from 25 things. It's you who have been prohibited from 25 things. Are you getting that? So when Mayyat said labbaik, when you said labbaik, Mayyat is enjoying with his hur. It's not going to affect him. You are the one, you are going to abstain. You cannot say, no, 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 I did it for the Mayyat. I can have my wife. No, 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 you cannot have your wife. Until you do tawaf and nisa, then you can have your wife. So it's affecting you. So if you understand this, this ruling is understood. That means if you are a mujtahid and the Mayyat was mujtahid, he had the differences in rulings of Hajj, you do the Hajj based on your ijtihad. If the Mayyat was muqallid, he was doing taqlid of Sayyid al-Khuy Quddus Sirruh, you are doing taqlid of Sayyid Sistani Damadullah, and there are some variances in the rulings, you do the Hajj according to your taqlid, not the Mayyat's taqlid. Because you are the one, you need to relieve your responsibilities. By that, the Mayyat's responsibility is going to be relieved. You see, you have taken the Mayyat's responsibility to be relieved, but in order for that to happen, you need to make sure that you will be relieving your responsibility in religious acts, performing it according to your marja. And if you are a mujtahid, according to your ijtihad. Let's say the Mayyat was doing taqlid to Sayyid al-Khuy Quddus Sirruh, and you were mujtahid. So you do according to your ijtihad, not according to the taqlid of the deceased person. So this is what he's telling us here. العبرة في وجوب الاستئجار من البلد أو الميقات. The criteria in the obligation of the hiring someone either from the hometown or from the miqat, any type of hajj you are performing on behalf of the mayyat, be it from the hajj from the balad, hometown, or from miqat, بتقليد الوارث أو اجتهاده. The inheritor's taqlid or inheritor's ijtihad. لا بتقليد الميت أو اجتهاده. Not based on the taqlid of the mayyat, deceased, or his ijtihad. فلو كان الميت يعتقد وجوب الحج البلدي والوارث يعتقد جواز الاستئجار من الميقات لم يلزم على الوارث الاستئجار من البلد. Okay, so now the mayyat was believing according to his ijtihad or التقليد that the hajj, the niyabat hajj, or the hajj niyabat, or by hiring, must be done from where? From hometown. فلو كان الميت يعتقد وجوب الحج البلدي, if the mayyat was a believer based on taqlid or ijtihad that he has to perform the hajj from his hometown, if he hires somebody on his behalf, and والوارث, and the inheritor was believing that it is permissible to hire somebody from the miqat, okay, لم يلزم على الوارث الاستئجار من البلد. The inheritor would not be obligated to hire someone from the hometown. And we'll take this one and we'll be done for today. إذا كانت على الميت حجة الإسلام ولم تكن له تركة. Okay, the mayyat is required to perform حجة الإسلام, but has left nothing, bankrupt, zero, maybe he's under debt, okay, doesn't have anything. ولم تكن له تركة, doesn't have any state, any wealth, anything left. لم يجب الاستئجار عنه على الوارث. It would not be obligated upon, obligatory upon the inheritor to hire someone on his behalf. نعم يستحب تفريغا لذمته. Yes, it is recommended because he is related to you, okay, and he's your relative. ولا سيما says لقرابته, especially if he is your relative, silatul raham. It's mustahab, just get it out of his table, not wajib. He doesn't have anything, he doesn't have anything. If you can do it, then do it. You'll get reward for helping someone out. Na'am yustahab, however, it is mustahab. Wala siyama liqarabati, especially if he was related to him. Tafriqu dhimmatihi. So it's recommended to relieve him from his responsibility, especially if he was related to him. إذا أوصى بالحج فإن علم أن الموصى به هو حجة الإسلام أخرج من أصل التركة. Now, he did the wasiyah So we know that he is required to do Hajjat al-Islam. Khalas, from the principal state, from the original wealth. Okay, not from the 1/3, from the original wealth. Because Hajj is obligatory, and he was required, and he did wasiyah. So we need to take it out from the principal wealth. So either if somebody made a will to perform the Hajj, if it was known that the one which is in the will is the first Hajj, Hajjat al-Islam, ukhrija min asli tarika. It will be, the amount of the Hajj will be taken out from the principal wealth state. Illa fima idha, unless fima idha ayyan ikhraju min al-thuluth. Unless we said, if Mayyat says take it out from the 1/3, then you take it out from the 1/3, even if it was Hajjat al-Islam. That is segment number 1. Segment number 2, scenario number 2. However, وَأَمَّا إِذَا عَلِمَ أَنَّ الْمُوصَى بِغَيْرِ حَجَّةِ الْإِسْلَامِ. However, if it was known that the one which has been mentioned in the will is not the first Hajj, Hajjat al-Islam. Okay? Because if it was mentioned, okay, if it was mentioned, or people they knew, no, our dad did his first Hajj. Okay, perfect. Then it's not Hajjat al-Islam, but there's a wasiyah. He made a will. أو شك في ذلك, or we don't know, we doubt. Is it Hajjat al-Islam? Is it wajib or not? فهو يخرج من الثلث. Then it will be considered recommended, or precautionary measures. It will be taken out from the 1/3. Now here there's a mechanism. Let's explain the mechanism, the analysis. So now, if we know that Hajj is required, because he did not specify Hajj, the children, heirs, wife, she said he never did Hajj. Khalas, then it's Hajjat al-Islam. Okay, from the principal wealth. But how if we did not know? The wife had died, the children were babies. That is, we don't know before before he got married, and before we came into this world. Maybe he might have done. We don't know. Okay, he might have done. So what does this beg? When somebody, there's a doubt, is it wajib upon me or not wajib upon me? Okay, al-asl adamul wujub. The principle says, if you doubt in an obligation, is it obligated or not, you will say it's not obligated. Okay, so that means, was it obligated or not? That's doubt number 1. Doubt number 2, that was it Hajj wajib or mustahab? Okay, is it there is Hajj in the will, but we don't know. We don't know, did he do his first Hajj? So again, there's a doubt that whatever is required is Hajj wajib or Hajj mustahab. So in both doubts, either you doubt that it's wajib or mustahab, you will consider it mustahab. Or was it wajib upon him or not, we will consider not wajib. Because the principle, when you doubt that is it wajib or not, in both scenarios, mustahab or wajib, that means you are doubting, is it wajib or not? We'll say not wajib. Has it been activated upon him or not? We say principally things are not activated. Activation is encountering. So when it encounters, it becomes activated. In this case, we will consider it not activated. So what should we do? The wasiyat has Hajj in it, but we don't know, was it activated? Was it wajib Hajj? Or was it not activated? Or we don't know what to do. Did he do the Hajj? So it's not wajib. Or did he not do the Hajj? So it is wajib. Okay. And if it is wajib, was it activated or not? So in all these cases, there's a doubt in obligation. And whenever there's doubt in obligation, we will not take it out from the principal wealth. We will take it out from the 1/3 of the deceased. So that's why he said, however, إِذَا عَلِمَ أَنَّ الْمُوصَى بِهِ غَيْرْ حَجَّةَ الْإِسْلَامِ, we had knowledge that no, the Hajj which is required is not Hajjat al-Islam. We already did. So it's Hajj mustahab. Or no, we doubt. أَوْ شُكَّ فِي ذَلِكَ, we doubt. Is it wajib or not wajib? we'll say, no, it's not wajib. Okay, wajib is an encountering. It needs conditions, it needs activation. So whenever we doubt in the activation or not, we consider inactivation. So in that case, both these two cases, if we know that he did Hajjat al-Islam, or we don't know whether it is the wajib Hajj or mustahab Hajj, then we will consider it not wajib, mustahab Hajj. And we will take the amount out of the thuluth. Ruling number 95, inshallah, we will continue tomorrow. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين